Right, here we go. How you doing? How you doing? I'm having a good time. I'm having a good day today. My control. Okay, good. Actually, I was wondering. I thought my controller was tied up on my phone wire. I thought I had that accidentally wrapped around there, but I don't. So we're good to go. So we're gonna have some fun tonight. I know we were gonna do. I know we were doing Metal Gear Solid 3, but considering I spent half the day just ripping on fucking Tomb Raider, I got the itch to actually play a real Tomb Raider game. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Oh. Shit. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to do this differently then, because I have a completed save file on there, and whenever you start a new game on the consoles, when you complete the game, you start a new game with the all the weapons and unlimited ammo. It was a perk of playing on the console. PC gamers don't have that. You have to put in the cheat to get that. Okay, I want to see maybe if this works. I don't know if this worked. Maybe I'll have to reset, because I forgot the game does that when you start a new game. Ah, shit. All right. We're going to have to restart. Because I want to do a fresh playthrough with the actual pistols and everything. Come on, load up. So yeah, I loaded the save game and everything. So we're gonna start over. Come on, load up the disc, you fucking knob. So we're gonna start over, and there we go. Oh, fuck me! Damn it, no. All right, so there we go. I say I want to start on a fresh file again, and do it with just the pistols, because going through the beginning of the game, going through the opening bit of the game with with the infinite ammo weapons is absolutely fun, but it's not what I want to do tonight. So, we're going to do this. But yeah, I spent much of the day ripping on Tomb Raider, on the modern Tomb Raider games. I probably shouldn't have, but I mean, let's be real. It's the franchise has gone to shit. So is my microphone, apparently. The franchise has gone to shit. It hasn't been Tomb Raider since fucking Legend. Anniversary. Legend was the last original concept, I think. Underworld kind of... I actually haven't played Underworld, but I know it finished that first reboot trilogy. And, there we go. Underworld finished that trilogy there, which was the one that started with Legend and Anniversary and all that shit. Legend was actually fun. Legend actually had some interesting things going on. As much as I don't really care for it, it had some interesting things going on. Anniversary was touted as being this great fucking remaster or remake of the original one. And the only thing it ended up doing is pandering with a little bit of nostalgia and not delivering on the actual game that the original Tomb Raider was. It delivered on, hey, remember how awesome this was back on the PlayStation 1? Well, now look at it in PS2 graphics. And the controls were as shit as ever. There was no precision at all. You know. Now, some people will call you a purist for pointing that out. Like the original series, you know, yeah, the controls are a bit wonky at times, but overall, the game is designed with precision in mind. You know, everything you do is at your fingertips. You want to jump? Push jump. That's it. You know, forward, backward, left, and right. You want to jump? You jump. No automatic jumping, none of that. You want to grab onto a ledge? You have to hold the action button to grab onto shit. The action button's not a context-sensitive button either. It's, you know, action. It's an action button. You hold the action button down, and you want to grab ledges. You hold the action button down if you want to use keys on doors. If you have your weapons drawn, you hold the action button to fire. It does 3 things. 4, technically, if you want to count pickups. But, you know, that's what it is. That's what it's for. Case in point. You want to fire your weapons? You have to draw your weapons. You don't get to just pull a trigger and aim from the hip and boom, your weapons are there, like in Legend and like in the modern Tomb Raider series. No. You pull out the weapons that you want to use. That was the point. That was the point of the game. Well, actually, no. The point of the game was What the fuck? Exploration, you know, running through a tomb, and platforming. And that's mostly what the game is. There are occasional segments of shooting and action and all of that good stuff, but it's not the core element of the gameplay. You know, it's not the driving factor. Tomb Raider 2 kind of jacked it up a little bit. You know, for a bit for the worse, I would say, because there's a lot of human enemies in that game. I mean, the context makes sense. The context makes perfect sense. But even still, it's just, you know, it was just a bit too action heavy. And then 3 came around, took the action down a little bit. And by that, I mean most of the human enemies are really not there. And ramped up the exploration and puzzles. The combat in this, again, the main focus is just getting rid of obstacles. You know, there are technically 2 boss fights, not counting the 4 human not counting the human enemies. That are later on in the game. So yeah, there are some action elements. It definitely gets a bit more action heavy towards the end of the game. But this game also earns its way up to that. And a lot of the time, you actually can avoid all of the fights if you know how to do it. You'll tank a lot of damage, but there are people that have gone through the game without fighting all of the bosses. Except for, there's a couple of them you have to fight. You have to fight Larson. The human enemies at the end of each section you have to fight. But like the skateboarding kid, um, the skateboarding kid in Natla's Mines, the cowboy in Natla's Mines, the bald guy in Natla's Mines. You don't actually have to fight them to complete the level. I mean, it helps. They have your weapons, but you don't have to fight them. You can run right the fuck by him, and they're really not gonna follow you. It's like, okay, you fuck off then. But there wasn't as much of a focus on action, throughout the series. There were moments, say 2, I would say, is the most action heavy of the game, of the series. And even then, that's in limited quantities when there's, usually only in levels where there's a lot of human enemies. Shooting animals is one thing. You don't necessarily have to fight them. But, compared to... Hell, even compared to much of the modern trilogy, the modern trilogy is a third-person shooter before it's a platforming game. And yeah, it has elements of platforming, yes. Well, Resident Evil 8 has elements of puzzles. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the same survival horror formula that the Resident Evil series is known for. But yeah, that whole tirade started because everybody's, 25th anniversary of Tomb Raider. Everyone's going on about, the fucking unifying the timelines and everything because Square Enix hasn't fucked up enough already. So that's what they're doing. What the fuck am I doing? I'm talking too much. They're unifying the timeline, which really means fuck all. I mean, you can't. There's no unifying the timelines. There's no unifying them whatsoever. For the main reason being, the characters aren't remotely the same. They're not even remotely similar. They share the same name, but they're not the same character. They're not the same person. Their story has changed one too many times. You can't unify a timeline like that when the timeline of each series of games is already wildly contradictory. Case in point, this first game here, well, it doesn't really talk much about, the game itself doesn't talk much about her backstory, but the manual did. Manuals. Video game manuals back in the Stone Ages. Back in the Stone Age, when video game manuals actually served a fucking purpose. Before digital manuals and shit like that. In the manual, they told you who Lara Croft was. They gave you the story, so you would know who she was when you started the game. And that was her story. She was born in... What was she? I forget when they said she was born. Actually, no. You know what? I have the manual right next to me. So we'll do that. Oops. I have the manual right here. So what does this say? Okay, oops. Starting up controls. Menu. Introduction. There we go. And that's what it says here. Let me turn on the camera so you can see this. There we go, see. The manual, ladies and gentlemen. Introduction. You can't quite see it because it's kind of washed out. The light there kind of sucks. But that's what it is. This manual right here. It says, Introduction. Lara Croft, daughter of Lord Heshingley Croft, was raised to be an aristocrat from birth. After attending finishing school at the age of 21, Lara's marriage into wealth had seemed assured, but on her way home from a skiing trip, her chartered plane had crashed deep in the heart of the Himalayas. And they go on to say, the only survivor, Lara learned how to depend on her wits to stay alive in hostile conditions, a world away from her sheltered upbringing. You know, that was basically it. You know, she was 21, and that's how they established her character. They said, you know, she was 21, who was a 21-year-old who essentially finished up her schooling, and had a fateful plane crash, and ended up discovering a like for. Oops, let me turn this down. This is loud. Just ended up finding a love of adventuring and survival because of a plane crash in the Himalayan mountains. You know, no mystical fucking islands in the Bermuda Triangle, none of this ghost Japanese shit. Nothing. Simple. Based. Down to earth. Oh goodness. But you know, that was her story. There was no further explanation than that. You know, this game starts off with Lara being 29 and an established adventurer writing stories about her adventures to fund more adventures. That's who she is. You know, there's no need, you know, that was her origin story. That's how she started. It wasn't anything, you know, overly embellished or, you know, overly dramatic. It was just just a freak accident that happened, and because she ended up, you know, surviving in the mountains, she ended up discovering a taste for adventure. That was it. That's all you needed. You know? And Legend Lara actually is basically just an updated version of classic Lara. Really, that's all she is. An updated version. They changed her backstory a little bit. So she's young, you know, they changed her birth year, I think. So she's still in her 20s in the Legend timeline. But instead of her parents still being alive, like they were in the classic trilogy, her mother and father had died. Her mother died, I don't remember, died in a plane crash or something. And her father, yeah. So she didn't have her parents in the Legend timeline, but she was looking for her mother because her father was looking for her mother. You know, it was the start of the whole daddy issues thing, really. I hate saying that because it never really manifested, but you can tell they gained influence from the Tomb Raider film. And the Tomb Raider film had Lara basically following her father's obsession. If you've seen the first Tomb Raider film, it was they looking for the Triangle of Light? The first half of the Triangle of Light or something. And yeah, her father had died looking for it, and come to find out at the end, spoiler alert for the three of you who haven't seen it yet, you know, the group of people that the Sean Bean guy, because Sean Bean's fucking in it too, and you know if Sean Bean's in it, he's playing a bad guy and he's gonna get killed. And that's just who Sean Bean is. Sean Bean's the chronically killed actor. It's a lot of movies that Sean Bean is in, his character gets killed, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy. Although Sean Bean does play a really, really good smarmy villain. He plays a really good smarmy villain. But, okay, that's another secret here. Sorry about that. So, he plays a really smarmy villain. But Legend definitely took inspiration from the film series. Namely, the losing her parents type storyline. And it adopted that into her personality, which Lara Croft had a fucking personality. She really did. What a lot of God damn it, hold on a second. Motherfucker. I'm sorry. A lot of people, a lot of modern Tomb Raider stands will always pivot to, well, her, classic Lara didn't have much of a character. It's like, no, she had character. What she didn't have was character growth, character development. Mainly because that wasn't the point. There was no character development because the games weren't an exploration of her character. They weren't an exploration of anything like that. They were, hey, I'm going to go out and adventure and, find some ancient shit. That's really all she was. Again, 8 years into her life is where this first game started. You don't have much character growth back at that point. She's pretty much a paragon character. She's established, and you're told about her, and that's pretty much where you go from there. There's nothing else to it. She has personality. In the few cutscenes she's in, you can see that shining through. She's not a flat, two-dimensional character. Just in the opening cutscene of this game alone, she's talking to Larson, and she ends up talking to Natla. And right away, right away, in that first 30 seconds, you learn 2 things about her off the bat. Oh, oops. You learn a couple things about her right off the bat. 1, she's quick with her wit. 2, she's a little cheeky and a little flirtatious with Larson. And 3, when she's talking to Natla, when Natla offers her money for her services, she pretty much says, "I only play for sport," which means she does what she does for the thrill, not for money. That sets up a lot about her character right off the bat. And that was in what? A 2-minute movie, a 2-minute clip. That's her personality. And her personality actually shows later on throughout the game. I'll talk about that as we get going. But yeah, classic Lara has her personality. She just doesn't have much character growth because, again, she's pretty much at the point where she's grown as a character. She's grown as a character and has nowhere else really to go. It's not like she has any major lessons to learn. At least not until Tomb Raider 4. But even then, that's kind of wonky at best. Yeah. Tomb Raider 2 starts off. That's pretty. And again, that's pretty much her character throughout No, she's definitely not a flat character. She has a personality, and it actually shows through expertly. In the few cutscenes she's actually in, you can just tell by the way she speaks. She's definitely high class, or she came from high class. But prefers the thrill of adventure. She doesn't. She doesn't do it for money. She doesn't do it for fame or fortune. She does it because she loves the thrill of adventure. That's it. It's like nothing else. No obsession with finding an artifact. None of that. None of that. You know. Natla calls her up on her fuck the bat, on her fancy computer, which was high tech back in fucking 1996. you know, laptops with video chat, very fluid video chat. Oh yeah, that was fucking amazing. The high tech shit back then. But it's like, here, Natla offers her a job, was gonna pay her, and it's like, okay, fine. And she talks about this. What does Natla say? What does she tries to entice her? A park. What does she say? She entices her with Peru. Bone. just a little bit. You know, Natla pretty much offers her a job, and she accepts for the thrill to find the Scion of Atlantis, or find a piece of it in the tomb of Qualopec. Oops. There we go. It's like, yeah. There's no, it's not like an anniversary where, Natla brings up Lara's father and his quest to find, the lost city of Vilcabamba and the tomb of Qualopec, which anniversary does so much to ham up. It's like, yes, Lara is obsessed with something that her father did, and it becomes just one of the most unbearable things in Tomb Raider Anniversary. One of the things I don't really care for is just the emphasis and her whole, oh shit, the emphasis on her, her dead father's legacy, and it's just, I don't know, it's all just shoehorned in and kind of ham-fisted, and it just doesn't flow well. It's just it's unneeded baggage for for the series, and that's where some of the troubles kind of started with that whole excess baggage of Anniversary. Because, they wanted to remake the game. They wanted to remake the first game, but they had to tie it in to, the story of Tomb Raider Legend and everything. So, fucking Crystal Dynamics. Arson everything up right from the get-go. Now, I don't want to hate on Tomb Raider Anniversary. At one point, I actually did enjoy it. I really did. I went out and pre-ordered it back when it was new on the PlayStation 2 when it was first released, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. I'm pretty sure if I go back to play it, I would still enjoy it. But it's a watered-down version of the Tomb Raider formula. you know. The main issue being the auto grab, the auto grabs, the automatic climbing, and just the loose controls. 3D movement isn't really conducive for platformers in general. Okay, it really isn't. It just platformers don't work well if you don't have precision. And you really don't get precision with an analog controller. And people can crow and hoot and holler all they goddamn well please, but them's the facts. That's the truth. You don't get precision with a 360 controller. I mean, ask the fucking people who play first-person shooters. You don't get precision with an analog stick. Okay. The proof is in the pudding for first-person shooters alone. You can't get precision for first-person shooters that people like. But that's where the gameplay messes started. Now, granted, Tomb Raider 2 came along, made things far more complicated than it needed to be by adding, because, limited buttons on a PlayStation controller. But, they wanted to add more controls. They wanted to add more movements. And so they did away with the because on this you have, on the first one, you have L1 and R2 and L2 are the sidestep buttons. And then you have a button designated for walking, which is R1. And you also have a button dedicated to looking. You have a button dedicated to looking, which is L1. And so, and you have the 4 face buttons. You have X, square, triangle. And they all do their certain things in certain conditions. Like the jump button, it jumps. It does one thing. It jumps. But when you're underwater like this, it swims. You swim. And the action button, again, I said this earlier, but the action button is really just that. You do one of 4 things with it. You pick up items, you activate switches and key slots. You fire your weapons with the action button, and you grab onto ledges with the action button. Keeps you from falling over. That's what the action button's for. In later games, they added on ladder climbing and everything, but it's still just climbing. It's the 4 basic concepts of it. Oh boy, aren't you a big fella? Come on. Okay. I was saying, Tomb Raider 2, they added the flares, and so they swapped up. They put the sidestepping function onto the R2 button, which is basically just your step button, they called it. But they still had the walk button, which was, functionally, with the step button you could walk forward and backward and also sidestep. But the walk button was strictly just for walking. And then L2, which was your step left, became activate a flare, because, dynamic lighting and flares were involved. And then Tomb Raider 3 added in sprinting and crawling, because the engine got better. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, it does that a lot. It's actually a quirk with the system. It really is. There's something about the hardware causes that to happen every so often. I used to know what it was called, but I can't think of it right now. I really can't. But okay. Okay. Overwrite the game. Yes. So, yeah, it was just a quirk of the hardware. It's I don't know, but um, and then Legend. I say they actually tried tinkering with modern controls with Angel of Darkness. You know, they brought in the free the 3D what is it, the analog control, the prim, basic the Angel of Darkness brought in the analog control being a primary function of the game, whereas Tomb Raider 3 and 4 made it an option. Angel of Darkness, because it was a PS2 game, it became mandatory, basically. And there were some of the quirks there, the automatic grabbing of ledges and everything. Yeah. Or vice versa, a run button was necessary. That said, even analog controls, sometimes, most of the time, they're not precise enough to differentiate between a light push and a heavy push. So a walk function would still benefit in many modern games just for that extra layer of precision. Like a lot of people say, like, "Oh, well, game design is better. You can just slightly push with an analog stick and shit like that." It's like, yeah, but old school fundamentals still have a place. There are a lot of games that, especially with the analog games, that could benefit from having, a button designed for precision movement. You know, there are a lot of games that could benefit from that. The fucking modern Tomb Raider series could benefit from that. You know, nothing is more annoying, especially in these fucking 3D open world, assassins. What is it like? What the hell does Razor Fist call it? I love what he calls it. It's funny as hell how it just rolls off his tongue. But what is it? Um, the God, Arkham's of. What the fuck does he say? God damn. I know part of it, but I always forget. It's like Shadow of no. It's like the fuck does he say? Shadow of Arkham's Mordor Creed or something like that. Arkham, Mordor, and Creed are in there. I just forget what else he said. It's fucking hysterical how he describes it. But it's absolutely true. It's just that open world formula that just, it's like, yeah. Sometimes those controls would benefit from having some precision. But no. It's like, hell, even Legend actually had that option. They had the analog control stick. You could still, tilt the button forward and walk, but Legend still gave you the option for precision because it knew that, hey, Sometimes you really do need to just take it slow and walk. And walk. You know, the foundation was still there. That's why Legend caught on so damn well with older, with fans of the classic trilogy. It wasn't the same as the classic trilogy or even the classic game. I keep saying classic trilogy, but there are actually like 5 fucking classic Tomb Raider games. Chronicles was kind of lambasted just because it was rushed and half-baked and not that great. But, that was the first real stinker of the franchise. That was the first real stinker of the franchise. But, Legend and everything, it's still Legend. Fuck. Even I'm here tearing apart fucking Tomb Raider Anniversary and Tomb Raider Legend and Tomb Raider Underworld, for their modernized controls and their auto grab. Those games still gave you the option to go into the menu and turn off the auto grab. It gave you the option for that level of precision, that level of control. And that was actually how I was capable of playing through Anniversary. I couldn't play with the auto grab. It drove me fucking crazy. Because there were times where I just wanted to jump over to a ledge, and because the auto grab was on, Lara would automatically grab onto the ledge. Like, no, fuck off. I don't want to do that. And so I turned off the auto grab. And that was the greatest function that ever. It was like, that was awesome. So even when the series went modern, it still gave you the option for precision with buttons, with the walk button and the grab button. The grappling hook was a compromise. It was the grappling hook was actually a nifty little device. In Legend, it really was. It was a unique tool, and it was fun to use. So yeah, Legend changed up the series, and I mean, arguably, for as much as I give it shit, and for as much as I tear apart, I really don't like Anniversary the most. I really don't. And it's because it is a remake. It really is. I don't like it because it is a remake of Tomb Raider 1. It banks way too much on nostalgia and doesn't deliver on what the original game delivers on. What this game delivers on. It just doesn't deliver on that. It's basically a glorified version of Tomb Raider if it were ported into the Legend engine. Kind of like a fan mod. It's just, like I said, I'm not ever gonna. Hi, how you doing? I'm not ever gonna get past the fact that, Tomb Raider Anniversary just isn't great as a remake. I don't like it anymore. There were some design choices that were nifty at the time when I was like 15, but now it's like, okay, this really didn't need to be there. The glorified boss fights and like this shit right here, like this guy right here, you can avoid him if you want to. You have the option. There are some people, especially speedrunners, you could run right by, and if you're good enough, avoid him. And that's an option. You don't have that option in Anniversary. You have quick time events and a glorified boss fight. Like, okay. That is one thing that the first Crystal Dynamics trilogy kind of brought in that stuck with the series in a negative way. The emphasis, the higher emphasis on combat. And when I say higher emphasis on combat, I mean the emphasis on actually having a combat system that plays like a third-person shooter. That type of emphasis, not not like Resident Evil 2. Oh, there's more zombies, so there's more action. Hergader. The type of argument that, well, Resident Evil 2 and 3 were more action oriented because they had, because you're shooting more. It's a weak argument. Like I said, Tomb Raider. Oh, fucking get over here, you little fuck. This guy, I don't want to keep running from this dude. I always put him down. Normally, he's good about walking over and trying to bite you on top of the ledge, but today he's being a cock. Today, he is being a bit of a cock. So, come here, you fuck. Uh-oh. Come here. Stop getting stuck on the wall. Get over here, you dumb lumbering prick. Dumb lumbering fucker. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come get the juicy Lara bone. Let's go. Where are you? Did he go down? Oh. Hey, fucking awesome. Oh, cool. He went down. So, so even in the Legend, even in the first Crystal Dynamics series, you had options for control. And that's the thing that needs to come back. Yes, analog controls are great. D-pads kind of suck at times. D-pads aren't always the most fun to use when analog control is an option. But at the same time, analog control, if it's not designed and designed to function properly, it doesn't offer much in the way of precision. Not modern analog controls. Again, ask any person that plays first-person shooters on console. They'll tell you that it's hard to get precision with an analog control stick. And that's why Uncharted does what it does. Auto grab and the auto grab, the auto climb, the set pieces and everything. It's not designed for precision platforming. There's platforming elements, yes, but Uncharted is not a platforming game. It is a third-person shooter adventure. I was like, what'd you call that? A third-person adventure shooter. It's a third-person shooter. It really is. There's some platforming elements. There's some quote-unquote puzzle elements, but it's mostly, running, jumping from point A to point B, and occasional combat. The combat, again, is as bare bones as fucking Tomb Raider is, but it's designed a bit differently. I say in Uncharted, Uncharted followed the formula a bit of Tomb Raider, but it was more of an Indiana Jones-esque adventure movie rather than, a platforming game. So it was, always doubling down on the thrills and the adrenaline pumping and fuck you. Yeah. There's another raptor around here. But that's kind of what the Tomb Raider series is. You know, it's. I mean, yeah, sure, you can. There are people who blaze through this game because they know all the tips, they know all the nifty tricks and shit. But you know, at its core, for the most part, this game is it's a take your time and be precise type game. You know. It's just like it's like Lara is not a beefy character. That's also why there's not a lot of combat. A lot of combat instances because she's not a beefy character. You know, the animals here just happen to be in the area rather than oh, they're just out to try and kill you. It's just happenstance that you happen across them, and you gotta kill them or avoid them. This game has auto lock on, actually. The game has an auto lock on, which works. It works, but it's also kind of detrimental if you go gung-ho, guns blazing, and hold the action button down like a daft twat. Because when you hold the action button down, the camera will always follow the enemy you're shooting at. And I'll have to show you. I'll have to show you what it does. Oh, close. Honestly, yeah. Tomb Raider 4 brought in the auto lock-on thing, and it actually really didn't work. It didn't work with the control scheme. Because you didn't know what enemy you were switching to. I have 4 secrets. Okay. Oh. They actually did that. They gave you that option in Tomb Raider 4. I don't know if they brought it back in Tomb Raider 5, but I know they brought it in Tomb Raider 4, where you can decide whether you want to have manual aiming or auto aiming. And the only real difference between them is that the manual aiming, the manual lock on, basically makes it so you push a button, Lara will lock onto one enemy, and if you push the button again, Lara will switch targets or will not lock on anymore. It's 480p max, dude. I'm doing this on a mobile Wi-Fi connection, so I don't exactly have the best internet. So, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I don't have the capabilities of streaming in HD right now. It's a small sacrifice I'm willing to make because I enjoy streaming. So, it's like I'd much rather stream at a higher resolution, but my internet does not like it. So, yeah, 480 is the max right now. Fucking this YouTube stream health alert thing keeps reminding me. It's like, here, please check the video resolution. The current resolution is not optimal. Like, no, I know it's not optimal. You like things widescreen. I said, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, this is the PS1 version. I mean, yeah, you know, considering that I do stream a lot of older games, uh, you know, through a hookup, you know, doing it at 480, it kind of masks it really does kind of mask the fact that the games don't look good on a flat screen TV. They really don't, you know. But it masks that pretty good. Mainly because I don't really have an upscaler. I mean, I do, but I don't. I had I have the retro tank that I bought because my analog, wherever they are, my analog capture cables, they shit the bed basically. They stopped working. They stopped capturing my GameCube footage right, and they never worked with my Sega Genesis. So it's like, you know what? I'm gonna get. I went and invested in the RetroTink upscaler. And it was the expensive. It wasn't I don't think it was the 3X, but it was. It's the 2X. It's not. It's an older version that I picked up just for, you know, budget reasons. But I say it does it well. Plus, I needed to figure out a way to get real hardware. Here, let me grab this. I'll bring the camera over and I'll show you what I'm working on. I try not to fuck with this too much. But yeah, see right there. And right there, it's let me take off the black and white thing. Right there, you can see that there. That's the RetroTink. And that's my PS2. Right there. And I bought that for the component cables. So I am playing this on real hardware. But oh, come on, there you go. I'm not gonna turn the camera back on anyway, so but that's what I'm playing on. I'm playing on actual hardware. But no, I bought the RetroTink because I actually have component cables for my PS2. They're technically PlayStation 3 component cables, but they're actually compatible. And so I bought them for the PS2 because, you know, component cables on on an HD TV makes a PS2 game look fucking phenomenal. You know. And the RetroTink accepts component. That's what it's designed to do. Otherwise, I was just stuck playing old Sega games and shit like that, which are fun, but, you know, I have a whole collection of games that I can play. And I wanted to get back into streaming PlayStation games. Namely, PlayStation 2 games. And so that's what I did here. But yeah. So I do my best to play on actual hardware. You watch. You watch. It'd be the one time I screw up and end up breaking my neck. But yeah. So they're gonna say it looks phenomenal through the component cables, but all right. Here we go. Secrets 505. now we are in the Tomb of Qualopec. Tomb of Qualopec. This is actually one of my favorite levels. This is one of them. This one I actually... Fuck off. Fuck off. I don't want your stupid ad. Fuck off. This is one of those levels where everything is just self-contained. You know, like this is the end goal. This is where you are. And where you need to go is up there. Now, I'm not actually going to run up there because a boulder comes down. And I'm not interested in messing with that right now. But... okay. So. All right. We'll get this one out of the way first.
Oh, these cookies! Put that cookie down! Now!
Thank you for subscribing, sir. I appreciate it. Let me refresh the browser here. Oh, goodness. I fucking love those things. Those commands are great. Come on. Open back up. There we go. Okay. The crystal saves in the first one, they're... I'm not going to say they're annoying because I don't hate them. But they serve their purpose in the first one. Then again, you know, many of the levels, you know, really aren't that large, and the ones that are large have like 7 or 8 crystals at any given point. Most of the time, it's like 2 or 3 in specific instances. But no, where the save crystals actually become an issue is in Tomb Raider 3. That game can fuck itself with the save crystals. That is absolute bullshit. I will not sugarcoat it at all. The save crystal system in Tomb Raider 3 is just an artifact. It's like, okay. It's like, I get, you know, the save anywhere thing, you know, is neat, but using consumable items that are in limited quantity for that type of game was just pushing the difficulty in too much of the artificial direction. It was a good idea, but it wasn't implemented well in Tomb Raider 3 because, you know, many of the save crystals you really couldn't find out in the open. You had to dig around for secrets, and secrets were a fucking pain in the ass to find anyway. So yeah, no, the graphics look pretty good, you know, of this first game. They still look pretty damn wonderful. I mean, they definitely have aged. You can see it, but you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. And again, with a proper upscaler, or even on the PC, they look fucking phenomenal. The PC version by far looks the best, but you know, the PC version's also kind of weird. No, the PC version does look the best though. The drawback is the save system I don't like on the PC version. I know a lot of people do. I know a lot of people love the ability to save anywhere. I don't, because while you do have the ability to save anywhere you want, it doesn't save it to, you know, what's the proper term? An all-knowing file. Like it's like I'll show you right here. Like right here. On the console versions, when you save a level, it saves it to the memory card. The frame rate sucked, yeah. There was a lot of shit going on in Tomb Raider 3. It caused it to chug a little bit. But no, on the console versions, on the Sega Saturn version and the PlayStation version specifically, you know, you would have one file where, you know, like right here, where all your levels were saved. And you can go back and load up a completed save file and play any level you wanted and continue off from there. In the PC version, you don't have this option. If you want to play from an individual level from a save file, you have to save at the beginning of every level. Which, you know, that is just something me personally I don't reconcile with. I don't like it. It drives me fucking insane. But again, it's also because I played, you know, on the consoles. So I'm quite used to the crystal system. And that, you know, I've been playing this game for, God, I want to say I was like 5 or 6 when this game came out. I got it when I was 8. So I've been playing this. I've had this game and played this game for upwards of, oh God, how fucking long has it been since oh my God, let me think. I can't do math tonight. Upwards of 25 years. I'll be 33 in, yeah, upwards of 25 years, because the 25th anniversary was last year. So, yeah, I've been playing this Tomb Raider game for 25 some odd years. 23, 24 years, something like that, you know. So my knowledge of this game, the way I, you know, just the ins and outs of it, I know. I can't speedrun it. Oh shit. I can't speedrun it because what the fuck did I do wrong? I did something wrong. Jesus Christ. Normally I don't talk this much on streams. I did something wrong. No, I didn't. No, I did. Did I do something wrong? Yes, I did do something wrong. I didn't activate the switch for the other. Fuck. That's right. I forgot to go back up. I was like, because you go down to hit. Wait, did I do this already? Maybe I did. Again, I'm talking. I'm kind of talking. I don't want to say I'm talking too much, because normally I don't talk much at all. I'm really just in the game. But yeah, I forgot to do that. That's a first. That's right. You have to open the door before you go back up, because and I figured this out the hard way once a long time ago. This isn't my original disc, no. I've actually had 3 different versions of this game, but it is an original disc. It's an original disc. one that I picked up. One that I ordered online. But I think oh fuck. I think I might actually still you know what? Give me a second. Intermission for a quick second. Now that you mention it, Bone. All right, I'm back. Now that you mention it, Bone. Yeah, I don't know, Ben. I don't know how they speedrunning is a totally different beast. Okay, let me turn on the camera again. Because now that you mention it, Bone. Um, this case. Oops. This case right here is a makeshift case I had for my original discs of the classic Tomb Raider trilogy that I found again. I don't know. So I have. Let's see. So let's see. I have, and the old cases got demolished a long time ago. But yeah, Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider 2. That's my original Tomb Raider 2 disc. My original Tomb Raider 3 disc. And my original Tomb Raider The Last Revelation disc. And then to top that off, this is my original Tomb Raider 1 disc. Now this disc right here, this version of Tomb Raider 1 is the version that has is the version that has demos of Soul Reaver, Gex, and Tomb Raider 3 on it. And I think it has a video of Fighting Force 2 on there as well. Then let's see, Tomb Raider 2. I think it has Ninja on here as well. And then this one, actually I don't remember what this one has. You know what? This will be something worth popping in. Because I think these I got in a collector's edition of the games. I think. I don't quite remember. It's been so long since I bought those. But yeah, those are my original discs. And I put them in there because the original cases got destroyed. Which sucks. But let's say. Hold on. I gotta put that in its fucking case. Oh, actually, I do actually have Ninja Shadow of Darkness. That one is a fun one. It's just arcade, just your old school retro boomer fucking arcade. Oh, this one too. This one's actually really fun. This is point and click. I might actually do a stream of this one someday. I don't know. Gex was fun. Gex 3 was good. I have but no, I did go and order. I say a while ago, I went and bought complete copies of Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 because I found a copy of Tomb Raider 4 at Bull Moose, which is, if you're from New England, if you're from Maine or New Hampshire, Bull Moose will be very familiar. But to those that aren't, Bull Moose is basically just a local music store. They do movies, music, books, video games. Oh god. I actually have physical copies of the PC version of Tomb Raider 1 Gold. I went and ordered those because I was gonna do them on my PC. But yes, and this right here, I pulled the manual out earlier. These are the versions that I ordered online. And come to find out, these actually have different demos in them. Tomb Raider 2, I don't remember what Tomb Raider 3 has, but they have different demos in them compared to other versions. And so, but yeah, these ones aren't my original ones, but these are the complete ones. And those are my original ones, but I don't have the original cases anymore because the cases got destroyed when I was a kid. And for some reason, I have a third loose copy of fucking Tomb Raider 4. I don't know why. I think this one I found in a Bull Moose grab bag. Actually, you know what? Now that we're on the subject of grab bags and shit, maybe I'll go through here. And oh god, I gotta find the case for this one. I don't know why that's not in its case. Maybe I'll find it. I don't know, I have a lot of loose discs floating around. It's not the greatest thing in the world. No, that's not it. That's not in there. I did end up finding original, I think the original prints of the first 3 games, but I don't know. So did I ever have or play that? Man, I never had a 3DO growing up. I didn't even know what the 3DO was until, I was an adult. Never heard of it. But no, I never played it. I played Gex 3, but I never played the 3DO games. I think Gex 2 was a PlayStation game as well, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, the jewel cases. Yeah, no, I went and ordered. I went and bought Tomb Raider Gold for the PC because I was gonna run them. I was gonna hook up an old PC and run them there instead of doing it on a modern PC. Same with Tomb Raider 4. Actually, I went and bought the PC version of Tomb Raider 4, and I still have it somewhere. I also have them on Steam, but okay. So that's that. But yeah, no, I found a collector's edition on for the PlayStation 1 games that I found online. I'm thinking I might actually hunt them down. Yeah. God almighty. Again, doing this trick in this room always sends chills up my spine. Yeah. There. Say, Bone, try this too. I actually have whoops. I actually have a command list. Like that. Oh yeah, he did that. Uh the redeem functions, I'll tell you right now, they make stuff pop up on the screen. The command list stuff is mostly just is the bot making is the bot saying funny quotes. I wanted to have chat alerts, but that was the only way I could make the funny alerts a thing. Uh-oh. Come on. I don't want to save. There's a lot of challenges for this game too. Actually, there's none of them I'm crazy enough to try. I think there's like a no loads, no saves, no loads because you can't save. Whoa! What the fuck? I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that to go off. I have my headset in and I hear fucking disco music. I'm like, oh shit, the fuck? I'm like, oh, that's the alert bar. Say that's why I wanted to figure out Streamlabs and everything to do something like that for the chat alerts. There you go.
Well, you have my total attention now. I'm not quite sure if I've got yours, though. Hello?
I'll heel and hide you to a barn door yet.
Of course.
You and that driveling piece of the ski-on. You want to keep it so bad, I'll harness it right up your...
Wait. We're talking about the artifact here?
Damn straight we are, right up.
Hold on. I'm sorry. This piece, you say. Where's the rest?
Miss Natla put Pierre DuPont on that trail.
And where is that?
Ha! You ain't fast enough for him.
So you think all this talking is just holding me up?
I don't know where his little jackrabbit frog legs are running him to. You'll have to ask Miss Natla.
Thank you. I will.
All right, there we go. Overwrite the game. Save. Perfect. I say, I don't want to sit through the cutscene. Flip always comes in and tries to redeem the chopper. I'm like, I don't have get to the chopper. I don't have Arnold saying get to the chopper. And I don't think I will ever have Arnold saying get to the chopper. I do have Arnold saying there is no bathroom, though. I have him saying there is no... the dinosaurs, yeah. I didn't know how to kill the dinosaur when I first encountered him. Alright. Yeah, hey, thanks for stopping by, dude. I appreciate it. Have a good night, Bone. Yeah. Oh, God. I don't want to say... Nothing in this game really bothered me as a kid, but the mummies were annoying. Boom. Come on. What is that? Old Pierre shows up. Okay. So now it's just a matter of pushing this dumb block back to the end there. Silent Hill is definitely a creepy game. I will cop to that. Silent Hill is fucking creepy. But then again, it actually does really well at being creepy. You know, it's not so blatantly in your face type horror, you know, like the Resident Evil series decided to be. That's a game I have to play again. Silent Hill. I played through it once, got the bad ending. Like the really bad ending I got, because I didn't know what I was doing. God damn it. There we go. That's the trick. Silent Hill was fun. So that's one of those games I have to put back in Oh, shit. I have to put back in and play at some point. Okay. Perfect. Come on. There we go. Do not fall. I made that mistake once. Landed on the breakable blocks there. Fell to my death. Spent a good 5 minutes trying to get the secret, and then I died and had to do it again. Oh, that was weird. Okay, and then running jump over there. Ah, fuck. I was never good at getting that secret. So, I was never good at getting that secret. I never actually used to be good at getting the that first secret I got either, but that secret I was never good at. Okay, here we go. And now, here's the moment where everybody made the first mistake. One of the biggest mistakes in this level. Running right off the edge. Say it's quite easy to lose your footing on this part of the level. And this is the majority of St. Francis Folly. Uh-oh. This is the majority of St. Francis Folly. Whoops, I want to go over here. All right. Oh boy. Yeah. This is always a fun secret to go for. Always a fun secret to go for. All right, here we go. That's our net. No, I think that's our Damocles. Okay, so we go back up here. Oops. Okay. Come on, up we go. La da da, da da da. All right. I'm gonna go grab items. So 2000 level throw. 2007. This this level was the bane of my existence as a kid. Oh god, I hated this level so much as a kid. Because for some reason I never knew where I never knew how to open the fourth switch. Like I don't know what it was that I couldn't figure out what to do, but I could never get the last key. Like I could never figure out how to get back completely to the top. Add in the fact that I would always end up walking off the edge, and that was just it. I'm like, no, I'm done. And and then the Colosseum. The Colosseum level had one of the more obnoxious puzzles with the pits. And as a kid, I didn't know how to solve them. I'd always get stuck. Oh, fuck. No, damn it. Not one of my favorite jumps, but not one of my favorite jumps, but one that's always easy to do. The the Thor and the Colosseum to be nonsense in Greece. I think Colosseums were a thing in Greece, but yeah, Thor. I have no idea why Thor is fucking mentioned in this game. Like, I have none whatsoever. Thor is not Greek. He's fucking Norse. Oh, fuck off. God. I say... Or, no. We're not in... Are we in Greece? We're not in Greece, are we? We're in fucking Rome. Wait, what? Oh, fuck off, Pierre. Go fuck yourself. God damn it, Pierre. Okay, okay. What is it? Greece? It's like, yeah. Why the fuck? It's like Neptune's not Greek. He is Roman. God. Yeah. God almighty. Good level design. It makes you fucking... Oh, God almighty. It's like, I know I'm safe in that spot, but the thought of it still gets under my skin. In this fucking game. Thor is now mad. Like, Thor is Norse. Neptune and Atlas. I think Atlas is Greek. I'm pretty sure Atlas is the Greek guy. Neptune is Roman. Neptune's not Greek. Neptune is the Roman name for the god of the sea. In Greek mythology, he would be Poseidon. So, let's say Romans, they named their gods. The names of the planets are Roman gods. Let's put it that way. I don't know if... I think we took the names of the planets after the Roman gods. You know, Neptune, Mars, Saturn. What is it like? Say Mars is the Roman god of war. Neptune is the god of the, the Roman god of the sea. I actually don't know much about Roman mythology. I should, and I don't. I know Greek mythology. I know a little bit of it, but I don't know Roman mythology. I need to look that up. I know Saturn. I know Saturn, and they were all Roman gods and goddesses. I just don't remember what they did. I mean, Mars, Roman god of war, and Neptune, Roman god of the sea. So. The trick with the with those enemies, because the weapons in this game are hit scan. Basically, if you aim and the enemy's in your line of sight of the pistols, I should say. If the enemy is in the pistol's line of sight in range, the enemy gets shot. Which also applies to you. It applies to them and it applies to you. So your weapons are hit scan, but their weapons are also hit scan. But the trick with that is it's dependent on line of sight for the weapon, not line of sight for the character. And so a lot of people mistakenly believe that you can't actually dodge his shots, like you're always going to get hit, which absolutely isn't the case. You know, if you jump around, if you stand still and try to tank everything, yeah, you're going to get shot and you're going to go through med kits like nothing. But no, uh-oh. Oh boy. But it actually is possible to maneuver around in such a way to not take a lot of hits or even get hit at all. Not the easiest thing in the world to do. You're probably going to take a few hits here and there, but it actually is possible if you maneuver, run away from them. Or just avoid them. Avoid their... where the fuck? Okay. Where the fuck is... Okay. I have Damocles. Oh, goodness. There we go. It actually is possible to avoid getting shot a lot by them. Now, the reason he can hit you up, the reason Pierre will often hit you way up here is because, well, you're standing still. Like, that's the only reason he can hit you pretty much flawlessly. You're standing still, and his guns are aimed at you. Like, yeah, you're gonna get hit. But... yeah. Let's say it's easy to avoid him. Although there are some areas where it's a confined space, you're pretty much gonna tank hits until he runs away. Oh, goodness. Come on. Fucking collision on these the collision on these game assets are fucking ridiculous, though. It's like you can't... The sword doesn't take up a lot of space, but the game treats it as if it's this giant rectangular cubic thing. Like, yeah, okay. Because of the actually it's a mesh thing, because of the width of the hilt there, that determines the... It's like you're not going to be able... It's like, yeah, you can't walk under it. You actually have to take the long way around it. Oh boy. The days of early 3D modeling. Some things are just wonky because they're wonky. It's not even bad design, it's fucking wonky for the sake of being wonky. Hey, fuck off. Go away, Pierre. Come on. Come get me. This is what the hell? Well, I told you to go away, Pierre. Sorry. I keep sniffling into the microphone. This is always fun to do. Hang over a ledge. And it actually exploits how weird the AI is. Hang over a ledge and let your shadow be on the ground. This is how they know where you are at all times. Because of your shadow on they'll attack your shadow because your shadow is, hey, that's me. It breaks the AI doesn't know what to do. It's like, there she is, I'm going to attack her, but I'm not getting her. Ugh. Oh, it breaks the AI to no end. It's funny. Just like in the cistern. In the cistern, if you go and load the water up in certain parts of the level first before going to other parts, you can actually destroy the trigger functions of some of the rats in the area. Like if your first mode of action is to go, hit the switch that lets the water in the cistern level, there are parts where the water floods that you're supposed to encounter rats first, and you'll see the rats just chilling on the ground, like standing in their regular spawn point, because they don't spawn in either, which is another interesting quirk about this game. The enemies don't spawn in. They have starting points on the map, but they don't actually spawn in. So the assets are always there. Like, you'll kill them, they're dead for good. They're in the level. And actually, we'll show you that trick in this level, because there's another one that does that with the lion. There's a crocodile. Save the shotgun. Go down here, pick up the med kit. Go back. Always good to stay stocked up on these items. Okay, we're gonna go over here. Over there is where we want to go for a set of shotgun shells. There we go. That's it's the key. Yeah, the PC version doesn't have the music soundtrack, does it? It has the ambiance sounds. I mean, there is a patch that puts the music back in, but... I really don't want that med kit down there. Okay, that's enough of you. Oh, shit. No. I forgot the secret here. Alright, and that's a door we do not open. Now, this right here, it's actually easy to demonstrate that it's possible to avoid the damage that he hits you with. Oh boy. Now, I'll just show you what I'm talking about when it comes to the spawn triggers. Like right here. I'm going to stand right about here. Now, you look over there. If you look closely, you can sort of see lion's teeth right there. As a lion, that's where he starts. But you move forward at a certain point, it's one of these. Yeah, see, there's a lion right there. He's not moving. So right there is the trigger point. And once you step on that, then you get the lion. And there are some ways you can just kind of screw with that by either not hitting the triggers or even better, just, like in the case of the cistern, drowning them. It's funny. It just renders them inactive. Like, later on, you could, after that, you could run by them. They won't be activated at that point. They're just. Unless the rats that are already active. That's the thing. The enemies that are already active in much the level will always find a way to be active. Save my shotgun ammo. Okay. All right, here we go. Oops. No, that's too high. That's suicide. There we go. And so, ooh. And the first door is over here, which actually opened. Oh, for fuck's sake! Opens those doors. That opens that door there, which opens a door. Well, you can't see it from here, but it's down there. Yeah, right overhead. Yeah. All right. Have a good night. I appreciate you stopping by. Always good to have people that enjoy everything. All right. There we go. Ah, fuck you, Pierre. Sometimes the daft twat will never leave. When he shows up, he sometimes always sticks around. Oh. Okay. Oh shit, no. I'm supposed to push that in. Okay. Oh, here we go. I need. Fucking yawning too goddamn much. Come on. There we go. All right, here we go. Oops. Over, over, and grab another fucking key. Back in the water. And just a matter of going to the end of the level. Boom. Oh, shit. we go. Whoops. There we go. 3 of 3, 18 minutes. Right. Save the game. There we go. Oof. Yeah, here comes one of the more annoying parts of this damn level. There we go. Right. Go here. All right. There we go. Okay. Yeah, there's no getting over there. Oops. Almost a little too far. Almost. There. I don't like this room. I've never cared for this room. This is one of those rooms that, as a kid, I was like, you know what? No, I don't like it, because I'd fall into the spice. I'm like, nope, I'm not doing it. Not going in there. Come to find out, oh, I have to go in here at some point. So. That's one of the tricks this game employs too. The shifting levels around outside of the player's view. Again, makes sense, you know. Okay, oh fuck. There we go. Just in case I screw up here. Right, there's that. There's this. Up and over. La-di-da. La-da-da-da. Alright. Never. Never. As ever in this new never. And, Alright. Okay. Up, over. Come on. There we go. Okay, now we walk slowly to the edge. Oh, God. One wrong button press, and you're toast. Okay, perfect. Next, I forgot what this one was. It's like down, I think like down, up, 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 or some shit. Yeah. And then that one is, down, no. No, it's two down, yeah. Okay, so these switches up. Switches up. This switch down. Oh, well, fuck me. I screwed that one up. Hey, little fuck. I messed it. I messed that up. I messed it up. I held the jump button a little too early. Ah, shit. There was a way to get across there without getting caught on fire. Oof. Up and over. Yeah! I was half expecting that thing to light on fire and burn me, but like, nope. Come on. Here we go. Come on. Up we go. Thank you very much. Yeah, that one's up, up, down, down, up. Shit. Down. Down. Up. There we go. Ah. La da 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 da. What the fuck? I'm hearing shit I'm not supposed to be hearing. There should be dead. There shouldn't be a live gorilla. Oh, yeah. I should be hearing the sounds of dead gorillas. Not live gorillas. What the fuck? Why do I hear the live gorilla? Why do I hear the live gorilla? Where the fuck are you? Oh, you! What the fuck are you doing back here? What the hell are you doing? You're not even supposed to be here. You're supposed to be elsewhere, not there. Fuck off. Uh-oh. Horizons. All right, come on. All right, here we go. Fuck you! All right, here we go. Let's go. There we go. Yep. That is our secret, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta go back out through these guys here. fucking do this. Come here, asshole. I'm not gonna waste a shotgun shell on a fucking bat. There you go. Oh, fucking son of a bitch. There we go. Whoa! Fuck you! Jesus. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Boom. There we go. Yep, the AI is going apeshit. It's attacking my shadow because it doesn't know any better. The AI is a bit slow. It's drinking the paint thinner, as it were. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, fuck me. Goddamn bats, Martha. Okay. Right, here we go. Let's do this. Crocodile infested water. Oh. Okay, that's not gonna work. That'll do that. Ugh. There we go. Come on. Let's go. All right, here we go. Where are you? Ooh. Whoa. Damn it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Here we go. Ah. Okay. Now we gotta deal with more animals. Okay. So three lead bars. Oh, fuck me. I'm not gonna go get that just yet. Damn it. Stop it. Ah, fuck. Yeah. Oh, almost thought I was gonna land on that. I'm like, that would be bad. That would be very bad if I did that. Okay, now. Stop it. Stop it. Here we go. Oh, Jesus. All right. We're going to save the game. And we're going to call it here, I think. Yeah, we're going to call it here. We're about halfway through the game. We have 2 levels left in Greece. And then Egypt, and then the Lost Island. So yeah. That'll be another 2-3 hour stream, I think. Next time we do this in the future, assuming we don't go back to Metal Gear Solid, we're probably going to go back to Metal Gear Solid 3 for next R-KADE stream. But so that'll be that. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. We're gonna call it here. And yeah. We hope you all have a good night. And we will see you the next go around. Oops. Later.